So this week I wanted to come to you guys with another video, but as you can see, I'm in the kitchen. So we're going to be doing this a little bit differently. This is going to be a home series. So if you love videos or just channels that have home good things, lifestyle, fashion, and DIYs, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. But this week we're going to be doing some DIYs for the home. So I like doing just quick little simple and easy quick things to do just to kind of spruce up your area, whether it's for your coffee table, your kitchen counter, or even your door. That's what I like to do. So for this week, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be remaking just a little design area that I have on the center island granite. And then also I'm going to be doing a DIY new door hanger. So we're repainting our house and I wanted to do something in the same color tones just to kind of spruce it up and add a little bit of glam since I couldn't find exactly what I was looking for online. So let's just go ahead and start this and I'll show you some of the ideas that I have that I want to share with you. So to start, hi, I just wanted to say I hope everybody is doing well and healthy and staying safe. So in this video, I wanted to kind of start with just kind of changing the countertop. I love just kind of going by seasons sometimes and just redecorating, not having it be too cluttered because that's where the kids usually sit or we have guests, but I definitely wanted to just kind of go more into the fall, season and just kind of do some different things. So I, of course, went to Homegoods. You guys know that's like my favorite place, and just kind of grab some things and just kind of change it. So this is what I had pretty much throughout the whole spring and summer. We just redid these pendant lightings. We got them from like an antique store, and I just love like the crack look of the ball of the glass. It's so pretty. So, but I definitely had this here for a while and just wanted to change this up a bit and just kind of repurpose what I had, some of the items from the counter over to the coffee table ottoman that we have. So just kind of starting with, clearing it out and then just doing some cleaning up. And I kind of make my own granite solution. If you guys are interested in just some of the other DIY and, cleaning supplies that I use, go ahead and leave your comments down below. But yeah, I went ahead and did these already. It's like the eat sign. I don't know what I did with the footage, but I kind of just went to a craft store and I got the cardboard letters and just painted them and just did some, jewels and stuff at the top. And then I got this bowl and also the little pot from Homegoods, and I just love their prices. Like that was $9.99, and I found this, and at first I wasn't sure how I was going to use it, but it was a great price, about almost $10, and I figured I would use it as a candle holder since the bottom was so ornate. And then I loved this tray. It was really pretty at a great price, but of course, definitely want to clean that up since I know a lot of, other people touched it and, just things like that. Just trying to stay healthy and safe. And then I went to Hobby Lobby and I picked out these flowers. I know it's always better to use fresh flowers, but it's just not always just cohesive with, my schedule and running around and being with the kids and things like that. And so yes, I'm always just going to use these silk flowers because they're just cute and they will always last. And so just kind of making sure that I measure out just how tall I want them to be. And with this tape, I've used this for fresh flowers, but it just helps to arrange your stems and things like that really well. So this is, really popular in just floral arrangements. Of course, I ran out of tape. But just kind of making it into a grid so that your stems can kind of hold into place. Normally you can use like the stem holder, it's like that green foam that you get from a craft store just to kind of help to hold them in, but I didn't have any, so if you don't, this is the next best option to use. And just with the leftover leaves, I like to just kind of cut those and then stick them in between just for extra foliage. And then I picked up these from Hobby Lobby as well. They're really pretty, and I had these are from Costco actually, and I love them because you can just kind of turn them on, and if you forget, it's, you know, way safer for the house, so they just kind of work off of batteries. But after a while, because it is real wax on the outside, you know, it can get just a lot of stuff on it, and so just I loved making the texture, and so I actually just grabbed the steel wool from the kitchen and just kind of added the texture and actually cleaned the wax off at the same time. And then just using you know, these glitter wraps, I guess, if you will, or jeweled wraps. I like it because it's really adhesive on the other side already, and then just kind of adding a touch of bling to the candle. So I kind of like to use what I already have around the house, and because we have pine trees, I actually picked these up, and I did that last year, but I just kind of dusted them off and spray painted them gold. And of course you can always buy these in craft stores, but they're usually so expensive, and you can definitely do it yourself and just kind of pick up your own pine cones along the way and just kind of, you know, color them and decorate them, and they last. I usually just store them in my bag and put them aside, but this was the finished product for what I was going to use for my countertop for the fall. So I just loved the little eat sign and the candle, and just everything turned out really well, and I had a cute little pumpkin. So for my door hangers, I was looking for something to go outside the door since we painted the house in about this, you know, around the same color. So I wanted to kind of, you know, do like that whole monogram thing for the front door, and I couldn't find what I was looking for online. I looked all over Pinterest, and I figured, you know what, I'm just going to do it myself. So this is the German glass, or the crushed glass, that you can get from any craft store or Amazon, and you can get them in numerous colors as well. And then I went to the craft warehouse and I picked up just some flowers. Of course, you know, this glue is like everything, some Mod Podge, extra acrylic paint, and just some other things that I would need for this project so that I can make, you know, a monogram door hanger. And I just love how it turned out. So just starting with this board, it was already painted, and I got this from the Warehouse, and it was about, yeah, like $9.59, and they usually have coupons as well. But I like the little hooks because that's what I'm going to use to draw the ribbon through so I can hang it on the door. And I spray painted the letter B to go with their last name. So that was really cute. I really liked it and how big it was. So I didn't paint the back because I knew I was going to, you know, glue it to the board, but just kind of, I already pre-made one so you guys can kind of see how it turned out. But just kind of measuring and making sure that it was going to be all centered and lined up like the other one, and it wasn't going to be too off. So now going in with the hot glue, I wanted to add a little bit more bling to this because, of course, why not? So just using the hot glue, I was just kind of putting that in and using the ruler so I didn't burn my fingers, because I usually always do. And just kind of adding the crushed glass to go around. And because I used, you know, a colored pencil to kind of line up, this was a good way to hide where I was kind of stenciling out where the letter was going to go anyway, to just hide any of that stuff. So it's okay just to kind of pile it on there like I did, and just let it set and cool, and then of course just kind of dumping it upside down onto the table to clean up later. But this was just a really good way, as you can see, for me to just kind of make everything set, and it just dries so quickly, and I was able to move on to the next step. So of course using the same bling wrap that I got from Hobby Lobby, and this one was a lot thicker, so I was able to cut it in half and then cut it in half again so that I can put some to the top and also some to the bottom, and leaving a space in the corner for the flowers and things like that that I was going to hot glue on there. So just kind of going in, it's definitely really important to just kind of place the flowers or whatever you plan on using, just to kind of get a game plan so it kind of just matches up to the way you want it to look before you start gluing, because it's really hard to pull that off. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of make sure it was going to look the way that I wanted to, and just cutting the stem as short as possible so that I can kind of just, you know, really have that stick. And of course, these strings drive me crazy. I know it's a part of hot gluing and everything else, but it literally makes me crazy. If that is the same for you guys, let me know in the comments down below. I know it's hot glue and it comes with the territory, but it gets everywhere, all over my fingers. It's so messy, but the end result is always so nice. But yeah, so just kind of going in with the acrylic paint. I already spray painted these black, but I just really liked the painted texture and just kind of like the lines that it left on the other ones. And so I decided to do that again, and after I was done, so that I can just add it to the letter. But it just turned out really well. And then of course with Mod Podge, I just kind of went over that off camera and just kind of sealed that all in. And then this ribbon I picked up again at Craft Warehouse, and after that was all just spray painted, and as you can see, it left a really nice shine, because I actually went back in with a clear lacquer spray paint just to kind of add that shine and to really highlight the texture. But it just, yeah, it turned out really nice. I really like it. And then just with the ribbon, just kind of going back in and weaving that through and tying that so that I can hang that on the door. So with ribbon, sometimes you always get that raw edge, and sometimes, depending on the ribbon, it may fray after a while, and sometimes it doesn't. So my go-to is to always, yeah, you can see I was like snacking on my leftover Olive Garden. But yeah, you can just kind of go in with heat and just try not to go too close, but once you kind of add that heat to the end, it just kind of makes like this seal so that it doesn't fray over time. And this was the finished product of the door hanger. So this is what I had previously, and as you can see, we just kind of repainted the house with the gray trim, and so I wanted to kind of tie in some of those colors to go with it, and I thought it turned out so cute. It's simple, understated, but yet makes a statement in its own way. And I just love that whole monogram look for the door. The doors are a little bit more oversized, and so I definitely wanted to have a statement piece to go on them. And yeah, these are like the command hooks that you can pick up from Target, and I've literally had them on the door for like 3 years. They don't come off and they're awesome. And then the last one is just kind of going into rearranging our coffee table or ottoman. And so this is what I had there before, and so I just wanted to kind of, you know, change things up. It was getting a little boring, and of course, I'm not gonna lie, a little cluttered. So, you know, when we're sitting there, I usually just drop off all the magazines, the kids leave their Lego stuff or glasses or whatever, so it was time to kind of clean that up. So using Armor All, because it's leather, this is just a really great cleaner, just to kind of get out any of that dust and just have a really good clean surface to start with. So these are some books that we had from our travels. We are definite world travelers. We used to live in Argentina. That's for a whole different video, but we were expats for a long time with my husband's company, and so we picked up books of places that we've either lived or traveled to, and so I wanted to really highlight that, so when guests come over, it's like a conversation piece. So but just starting with just some other things. I collect vases. I didn't think I did, but until I started looking around the house with all the supplies and decorating things that I have, I definitely have more than I thought I did. But that's great. I didn't have to buy anything, but just, you know, using this round bowl that I had some other stuff in from a previous decoration or room, I wanted to kind of use the same gold bling just to kind of tie in all of that from the countertop, and just kind of add that to this glass vase. And it was really cute. It's simple, but it still makes a statement, and it's very easy to work with because it's already has like that adhesive backing to it, but it's just clear, so it doesn't have anything on the back to kind of obstruct that look. But it just came out really cute. It's simple yet chic and not, you know, overdone. I was thinking if I was going to have it go all the way around or have more stripes, but I thought that was going to be a little too much. And so, of course, you know, I have a bag of decorations that I keep in different closets around the house, and I didn't want to just go into the whole fall and, you know, the leaves and everything, but I had these cute little just, you know, jeweled fruits and things like that that I picked up from Pottery Barn years ago, and so I decided to use that. And so just kind of dumping the, you know, green grapes, if you will. I think I picked up a bag of these from Hobby Lobby, but just kind of dumping those in there because I definitely plan on using this vase with the apples in a whole different design scheme for something else. I haven't decided yet, but stay tuned for that. But just kind of going through the flowers that I was using before and some other bushes that I had from Hobby Lobby, just kind of deciding, you know, okay, what am I going to use and how am I going to put these together? So I liked how the, you know, the look of the fruit, it's, you know, all in those neutral colors. It still says autumn and fall, but not being too obvious with the leaves and everything. So I'm not quite ready to give up summer yet, so I didn't want to go into the whole orange and darker brown color scheme yet. So, but I just love these flowers. I also picked these up from Hobby Lobby, so just kind of rearranging these. I love, you know, just flower arrangements, but of course, because we travel so much or we're just always out of the house running errands, I don't always like using fresh flowers unless I'm having like a dinner party or something like that, only because I want to just be able to decorate and walk away. So after getting that all set, I had this tray and it was actually brown and it came in a set of 3, but I just decided to take the bigger one and spray paint that white just to kind of add a little bit of a lighter color to the ottoman. And then with the books, instead of having a stack of old magazines, I decided to highlight some of our travel books as a conversation piece. And then this was the gold ball that I was repurposing from the kitchen counter. But in the end, I just thought it was just a little too busy and I didn't want to hide the actual book that I was trying to showcase. So I thought this was just really clean, really simple, just with a candle for at night and the magnifying glass that I had in another closet that I wasn't using, and just to kind of repurpose everything. I'm a big thing about that, is before I like to buy something, dig around your house and see what else you can use to repurpose for your designing just ideas, things like that. So I thought this turned out really great. I'm super happy with it. And these were just 3 quick and easy ways to just update for the season and just for your living spaces. So I think everything turned out really well. I'm so happy that you stopped by to watch, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. But everything turned out really well, and I think the dog is really happy with it too. He just loves watching me do all my decorating. He's like my #1 fan. But I thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy and safe, and I will see you in my next video.